Champion skins, Road to the Crypt update on the deaths, so many things to talk about. Hello everybody, welcome to a post-Boxing Day 27th of December edition of the MCN. Normal Wednesday edition, but recorded fresh because I'm off work until the end of the week, and yes, so we can make content fresh. Yesterday was very easygoing because it was Boxing Day, which is a bank holiday in the UK, and yes, but we got to get back to doing some really kind of hard-hitting content, and hopefully later on, before it drops, Battlegrounds season meta video is the next thing that I want to be making, and yeah, that's going to be the plan. Also, I kind of last night said to myself, right, well, me and Em would sit down, we made dinner together, watched a few movies, and whilst we were watching a few movies, I thought, oh, I'll just kind of like, I'll see what Necropolis is all about. I found myself kind of like, I'm over halfway, so I've kind of like, I inadvertently committed earlier than I wanted to do Necropolis, so yeah, I might stream it later on. I hadn't really kind of decided, mainly because I want to spend some time with them a bit later on, but I've got a few videos, of course, to make that are really important and going to take a while, so yeah, it just happens, doesn't it? You kind of go, I'll see what it's like. Oh, that's 1 fight, 2 fight, 3 fight, 4 fight, meh. But in any case, let's get into some news stories and less about my life. So one thing that's really cool is seeing people message me and showcase some really good luck, and in particular, getting 7 stars. I've seen a few 7-star Thanoses be pulled. Whether or not this will actually see some kind of buff, I kind of feel it won't. I know Kabam have said they will look at it at some stage to do a buff, but if Deathless Thanos is coming out down the line, would it be relevant for them to do anything? Because effectively it would be, well, it could be a new kit that they do. A new kit for this version versus what they do with the Deathless one, unless the Deathless one has some, you know, kit to it. And as I said, it's really interesting to see the extent of people messaging me say, oh, I have picked up this. I think this particular one is from I Am Flip. So I Am Flip, who is level, oh, he's level 60. I want to see where it's like a level set, like a low level account that's getting this really kind of like big gains. This is why I was hoping that M would pick up a 7-star from the gifting event. It's Banquet Event, so we could just go like, wow, what does an uncollected player, you know, how does it benefit or kind of improve things for a, and I imagine that player, if you're a player out there that is a low level account and you've picked up a 7-star, send me a screenshot. That would be interesting to see, because, and also, how has it changed your roster? You know, has it made content more easier? Any case, we've got to move on to the following, and that is, if you remember, there was somebody that said, will I get banned if my friend explored Necropolis for me? And, you know, the story of this was, on the start point, it was my friend helped me explore Necro. He played all 6 paths in a week, and now I'm worrying if I get banned. Of course, that does seem very strange. I mean, look, I did 4 hours worth and I got bored partway through and then just thought I'm going to bed. So to give you a full extent of that, someone would have to have gone like a full 8 hours over the space of a week. Like each day would be like, right, 6 to 8, maybe even 10 hours. So that's basically an entire week gone for somebody. Seems a little bit sus, especially when you kind of go and do it to the extent of what you, the time investment. And we said that the kind of the twist in the tale was that this person then said, right, well, actually, my friend played on my device. So and as I said, the biggest problem with kind of like seeing these things is jumping to conclusions and assuming stuff, because it's like, first of all, I was like, okay, this person cheated. They're basically telling you they cheated. But then when my friend played on my device, yeah, and at that moment, you could either go two ways. Either they are correct and you know, they're kind of like to the point, or they're lying, and it's a case of the person that is played on their device is actually played on their account, therefore leading to ban. Either way, there's a lot of things that could be questioned about this, because, as they say, the account was not shared. Is that really the case? But yeah, anyway, to kind of like answer the question, long story short, on this, and I don't know if this is like, if your friend played on your device, you won't get banned, only of conscious in trouble, but if you shared your account, so yeah. People are hundreds of there are hundreds of mercs, some of them being top players and top clans who play for hundreds of people and nothing. Just stay quiet from now. Yeah, whatever it is. And just a simple answer to all of this is, will you get banned? Yes. But as I said, like if they've kind of like, we don't know. That's the thing to kind of like point out this. We just don't know. Did they give them a physical device? Because it's like saying, hey, I'm living in the place I'm living at. Here's my device. Go play for me. It looks like I played on my device. So it kind of would not be a ban. But it's always a funny... We'll see if anything comes up. A twist in the tail when it comes to maybe their account. And obviously Command wouldn't ban them now. So there's no point, you know... One, go searching to see if they can identify whose person, what the account name is. But we'll have to find out when Kabam do their next ban wave. Now, anyone want a Road to the Crypt update? Well, there is a one for this. So, Kabam Mike, who I think might have been working Christmas Day. Christmas Day. Unless he was working late Christmas Eve, which is probably the reason it's coming up for Christmas Day for me. So, one of the big things last time we checked was that the Road to the Crypt deaths, if I can speak properly, was at 6.5 million. And obviously gets us on a good trajectory, but it has slowed down slightly. Between the point of the last time it was mentioned, which was about there, it's only gone up a little bit. There was a big peak right about here, which was, if I can see this, probably about the 24th of November. There was a big peak by about, well, what I would say about what, mil for that? Something like that. Anyway, there was a big peak there. That's the point to get to. Big peak there and a few other big peaks. And it's just like it's very slowly gone that way. So as this was the update as of then, what are we up to now? Well, it's actually gone up a little bit more. So 6.5 is now at 7.3. I think this is where you might see a lot of people pushing you know, we're on holiday. Like I've got time at this moment, you know, spending time with them, we're watching movies and whatnot. And then it's like, if I'm sitting down for about 4 hours, what do I do for 4 hours? Either arena grind or do a Necropolis run, or half a Necropolis run, which I managed to do last night, and I'll probably finish that off today and then try and get back in again at some point towards the end of the week. And if I can, squeeze in a third run and get halfway, because then that means that I just need all of January to kind of like top back up my my items or use my units. So far, I haven't touched my units, and I'm really happy about that, and I'd like to keep it that way, as I've got some really interesting plans. I was thinking about doing a Banquet 2024 push as a non-spending player. I'm still thinking about it because it will mean a lot of arena farming for it, but we'll have to see. But I may want some deals at the end of Act 8.4, providing they're spicy. I did find it quite interesting, kind of like reading somebody's response to this. So Chaos Max says that it's grim how so many people can be pleased about this many deaths. And what Chaos Max is saying is if they've done a Necropolis run, is that they don't want any of this. So what I've done is I've reached out to Kabam and I've said that if Chaos Max has done Necropolis, it doesn't deserve any of this stuff, because you know, we're taking pride in the deaths to kind of give us stuff, the good stuff. That's a joke, by the way. I do not have that leverage or power to do so. But it would be good. I would do nefarious things. Mwah. And now we're going to move on to champion skins. What are you talking about, Rich? Champion skins? That seems absolutely bizarre. Well, some people may have been astute to see this. Yesterday, Kabam posted, I don't know if this was on Christmas, again, if this was on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, that, are you ready for the Mighty Year End bundle? Deck out your favourite champions with a random skin from a mystery skin shard. What? What? Skins? Skins? And that's something that I've always wanted to see in this game, where you could just change the skin of one particular champion to the next. The same way that we've had different versions in the past, like we've had Wolverine X-Force, which if you've seen the Secret and Rare Champion series, you'll know about. Imagine if you were able to switch between one design to the other, the same way that you could do that with most other, you know, champions in game. Go a very kind of classic comic book style that looks just kind of like totally out there and bizarre. I mean, this is one thing as well, like, I finally got time to read this comic book. This is great, by the way. It's the Darkhold Iron Man. And, man, if you wanted to see, like, a twisted being being taken over by the suit it inhabits, it's brilliant. It's really brilliant, really brilliant story for it. I think it's part of the Darkhold series. I haven't really looked too much into it. I just heard that it was kind of like this kind of mangled mess of a character, as you know, Tony Stark becomes a bit too obsessed with the ability to regenerate whilst within a suit, and basically it goes from bad to worse. I'm not going to spoil it, but I really recommend it as a story. It's really nice and dark, and I really like that when Marvel go a bit kind of like dark, and I kind of feel like if they could ever do like a, I don't know, a one-shot TV series, like a live-action series, it would be really kind of horror-inducing and kind of really, really good. In any case, I've gone off on a tangent, but back to the point of this. This was a mistake. Command Mike did confirm this to say, I don't know where this came from, but there are definitely not skins in the game. I fixed it and obviously fixed the particular post, but Pepperidge Farm remembers, aka Slayer of Gods, who took a screenshot of that going, Pepperidge Farm remembers, and so like, yeah, it's been changed. It's been changed. So that moment of having those lovely skins has gone. Oh dear. We're going to end the show on arena predictions for Silver Centurion and Professor X. So my predictions for this are as follows. Professor X as a 6-star, I go with 70 mil. The 5-star version, I go with 30 mil. I've kind of put a bit more onto the featured side of things with a 6-star than I've done before, especially going back to some previous arenas. Silver Centurion, I go 22 mil, and Silver Centurion 5 stars, so the 6-star 22 mil, the 5-star 12.5 mil. To be honest, that could be a lot less than that. And yeah, that Professor X one, the 6-star probably a lot less than that, but it's really hard to tell because people are off at the moment. Are you farming milestones? Do you want the champion? Are people just doing it for the hell of it? It's hard to say at this particular time, but those are my predictions. Good luck. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've had a lovely day, had a lovely Christmas as well so far. I am going to make this Battlegrounds Season 14 meta video as soon as I possibly can, make a spreadsheet guide, that kind of stuff. That should be out later on. Fingers crossed it's out for when the when Battlegrounds goes live later on as well. But thanks very much for watching, and check out some other content located on screen. Have a lovely day. Goodbye for now.